How y'all doing? It's that time again. Mm-hmm. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Sunday to you. Give y'all a minute to come in. I'll talk about ghosting this morning. Think I'm pretty good at that. Probably got a PhD in ghosting. Ghostology. Ghost theology, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. So this morning, this is the topic of conversation. I just put on these lashes and I got to pull these glasses way down because I think they're a little longer than usual. So anyway, this morning I got a topic for you. It's called ghosting. Knowing when to walk away. It's a problem for a lot of people. They stay too long. They don't know when to leave. Good morning, everybody coming in. We're talking about ghosting this morning. Y'all know what ghosting is? When you just silently walk away and you had enough, you don't care about the drama, you don't care about anything. I've had to do that quite a bit in my life. When enough is enough, it's enough. When you don't care, it's not important to you, you're not an earth disturber, you walk away. People have to realize that there are millions of people in the world. What you need to understand is you don't have to be nowhere you don't want to be. You don't have to be with nobody you don't want to be with. Trust me, when you walk away from them, they're going to have some serious issues with you. Because they're used to you being there. They're going to have some sleepless nights. They're going to have many backdoor conversations about you. What does it have to do with you in your real life? How does it disturb anything in your real life? If it doesn't, good morning, Kelly. Good morning, Shatika. Good morning, Tasha. If it doesn't, then it has no effect on you. That's what you have to realize. People like to connect in life now because they can't stand on their own 2 feet. They have to team up. They have to do a lot of things because they're not strong enough, they think, to be able to stand the storms of life. Good morning, Ray. Good morning, Rena. Wow, talk to me. Okay, Ray. Come on in. Hello, Alexander. You're 6? Then you probably should get off of here because it says 18. Why are you up? And why are you in here? Why aren't you getting ready to go to Sunday school? Or why aren't you eating breakfast? Okay? I'll get a mod in here in a minute. Or I'll stop and take you out. Hold on. Because you're not going to understand this message. It's over your head, sugar. I appreciate it, but come back when you're 18, okay? All right. Good morning, Chase. Thank you for the roses. Blessed morning to you as well. You like my hair? I wanted something that wasn't hanging down because it grows out too fast and I can't do anything with it when it's hanging down. So I just told her, braid it all up, braid the back up, put it in a ponytail. I can make a bun, I can wear a ponytail. Ain't gonna last but 3 weeks, so it's all good. But I appreciate that. And I'll make sure to tell Sharita you like her hairstyle. It's grown out so I can do more with it now. And we can do different styles now. You know exactly what I mean, Kelly? I think a lot of us are going to be able to relate to this topic this morning. Because we're at that age where we've been through it, or we're going through it, or we will go through it. You know right from wrong, first of all. But if you choose to stay with the wrong, then you're only hurting yourself. If a person is not doing anything for you, they're not contributing anything to your life, you have to ask yourself, well, why am I staying in this predicament when I could move out and have peace in my life? I've had to do it many times. You look at people and you treat them the way you want to be treated, but they don't treat you like that. So I can make a decision real fast, silently move away. It's going to hurt them more than it hurts you because they really want you in their life. They'll let you know by coming back and telling everything, whether it's true or not true, about you to destroy you. They can't. Not if you believe. He said he'd make your enemy your footstool. I've seen it happen too many times. And they really get upset when they've done all of the work in the background to get rid of you, destroy you, hurt you, or try to make you be something you're not or bring you down to that level. They'll come out and they'll let you know. Or somebody in that little group of people that hang together is going to come out and let you know. You're going to be lost. You ain't going to know nothing about what they're talking about because that's what they have been doing behind the scenes. But trust and believe the truth will always come out. You see it every day in your everyday life. People smiling in your face, but all the time trying to take your place. The backstabbers. That's who they are. Don't worry. Be happy. I love your show. I'm learning. Thank you, Ray. I appreciate that. Bree, I can't. I mean, who is this? Alexander, I can't with you. Okay? Okay. All right. Good morning, friend. How you doing? You miss me? I miss y'all, but when I come out here on this YouTube app, I have to be prepared to talk to my chat. You know, a lot of things are said and done when you're here, when you're not here. And you have to come to a point in life when you're out here dealing with worldly people. It's a lot of worldly people on these apps. And they'll talk about God, but they don't show you God. I'm a show me kind of person. I don't want to tell you something and can't prove it. A lot of people come out and they say a lot of things, but they don't prove anything. So that's where you start seeing the right, the wrong, the real, the unreal, and the people who want to be up underneath you for their own various reasons. You can't do that either. I mean, you cannot let people control who you are. You won't make it in life because you'll always be trying to satisfy that person. You can't be afraid of people. So what if they dox you? I mean, I'm at a point where I've been doxed so much, it doesn't matter. You ain't found nothing yet. I told you that in the beginning, but you tried. So when you couldn't do that, then you came for me on my looks or my character. I mean, you tried everything in the book. Just know this. Keep trying. Okay? Because I'm not worried. I serve a God that's bigger and better than that. And he's not going to let me fall. He ain't never let me fall yet. So I don't think you as big and as bad as he is. So you wasting your time, but if that's what you want to do it. I don't know where the mods are this morning. New Orleans Saints, the GOAT. I just turned 19. Wonderful. You can stay in the chat then. And kudos to the Saints. I'm a Saints fan. That's my second team. The Ravens are my first team. Chase is saying she's loving the blonde. Thank you, Chase. I've been a blonde off and on since I was probably in my teens. Back when they had this peroxide that you put in the hair. I saw it on the Brady Bunch. And it turned the hair orange if you went outside and you got in the sun. That was the beginning of maybe me becoming a hairdresser later on in life. and getting infatuated with hair. So I appreciate that. And I'm good, Chase. I'm very good. Okay. You are still young. It's a state of mind, Ray. I don't have a problem. I never had a problem with my age. I let it be a problem for other people, but not for me. I've lived my life my way. Might not necessarily have been your way, but I'm not living for anybody but me. And that's what you should do also. Live your life. Everybody in life is going to make mistakes. But you should learn from your mistakes and not make the same mistake twice. I see a lot of people making mistakes throughout life. I've always watched people. I'm a people watcher. I'm a comment reader. And I'm like, okay, I see where you went wrong. I'm not going down that road with you. I don't care what. I'm not doing it. Because you should know better. And if you choose to stay on that path of destruction, because that's what it's going to end up being, then that's on you. Ain't got nothing to do with me. I don't get mad at people about anything. I'll pray for them. God give them some understanding, some peace in their life. Because they don't have it. If you mad every day about something, ain't no peace in your life. No. I got peace in my life over here. I've had peace in my life for a long time, and I'm not about to change it. Chase is saying, Alexander, you should leave. Go to Sunday school, please. I know that's right. Parenting. I've talked about parenting over here. It's a lack of parenting out here. It's okay for that child to come on social media. Obviously. They may have been told not to, but they're not respecting their parents if the parents told them not to. And they don't believe nothing is going to happen. I work with children every day. I see a difference in children now. They're not afraid of anything. They're not afraid of you, and you taking care of them. They will talk to you any kind of way. The world has become very disrespectful. Something will come along to change that tune. I don't know whether he'll send another storm. It may be another bad pandemic. We've never seen the world shut down. That was supposed to bring us together. It made things worse. But nothing is different now than it was in biblical times. Nothing's changed. Told you that. Same people doing the same thing, straying away. And you read about people who strayed for 40 years. Some people stray a whole lifetime. Some people never get it together. Thank you, Miss Jackie, for coming in this morning. I appreciate you. Chase is saying, praise be to God. Praise be to his majesty God. Yes. If you don't believe in nothing else, you better believe in him. Or it'll come a time where you'll have to believe. Nobody has to keep telling you over and over what to do. Jay is here this morning. Welcome to Chatting with Ms.V. No one bothers me. If you've got to that place in life where no one bothers you, you're in a good place. It takes some people a long time, Jay, to get to that point in life. First of all, they can't leave their past behind, their own past. It carries over into their adulthood and is there for a lifetime. You're 57, Ray? Okay. Chase is praising the Lord this morning, y'all. Won't he make your enemies your footstool? Oh, yes, he will. If you live long enough, you'll live to see it. I've seen it plenty of times. People I didn't even know was just secretly hating. And all of a sudden, their life turned upside down. And I was saying, wow, you did all of this. You said all of that. You hurt all of these people. You had all of these people following you. And now you got to answer to the man up above. And when he put that whipping on you, soap and water ain't going to take it off. All the people around you ain't gonna take it off because they ain't gotta deal with it. You gotta deal with it. That's what that is exactly why you need to watch what you do and what you say. Right, I can't either. Yes, Miss V. Good morning, Miss Jackie. How you doing? Jackie, it's a few trolls that need to get kicked out, says Miss Tasha. Oh, and Tasha let me know she got her TV, y'all, and she's very happy. I'm glad you are, Tasha. Must have got it yesterday, because I think that's when I read the email. Good morning, Renee McDowell. Welcome to Chatting with Ms. V. Okay, hold on. Good morning, Steve. Grand Risings. Grand Risings to you, Renee. Good morning, Alice Cooper. Sathi, good to see you. Welcome to the chat. I don't think I've ever seen you in here before. Y'all hit the like button and subscribe. Come on over. It's all about the real out here on Chatting with Ms. V. We don't really have a lot of time in life at this age to be involved in a lot of stuff that don't have nothing to do with us. Your word is correct. Praise the Lord, Miss V. A.O. Welcome to Chatting with Miss V. When someone hurts you, get to the point where you don't feel like you have to attack them back. Take it to the Lord and let Him do His work. A lot of times we try to take things into our own hands, and that's where we mess up because nothing changes. If it changed, you wouldn't be out here doing the same thing every day in life that you're doing. You wouldn't have to keep going back and forth with people. If you give it to Him, let Him work it out, you could be doing much more positive things that will elevate you in life, that will help you grow in life. Learn that. You won't waste so much time and so much energy. You won't get to my age and be looking back saying, "Dog, man, that was 3 years of my life. I sit there and wasted my time, and I'm 3 years behind." Then you 40, you 50, you 60 years old, and you're not where you need to be, and you coming at people because they are where they want to be. Y'all can't make this stuff make sense. I came out here talking about make it make sense. That was 3 or 4 years ago. Nothing makes sense too much anymore. Miss V, excuse me. That's okay. I don't know what you're being excused for, but it's okay. Good morning, nephew. How you doing, Edward? I hope all is well for you. Blessings to you and your family as well. Ray is saying, amen, my friend. Good morning, Sandy. How are you? Welcome to Chatting with Miss V. All of the new people coming in, please hit the subscribe button. I'd appreciate that. Hit the like button. All I'm asking you is free. I thank you. Alex, you are speaking truth this morning. We all need to hear this power. God is working through you today. I woke up with this on my mind this morning. And I don't know where it came from. It's just, thinking about, I guess, over the last couple of weeks, just reflecting back over my life and where I am. I'm exactly where I want it to be. You have to understand when you're aging, the material things of the world shouldn't be as important to you as your health, your real friends, your family, your loved ones. If you still caught up into material things at this age, you're on the wrong track. Because you getting ready to leave them behind sooner than you think. So get out of the worldly stuff of the world and get into more godly things. He'll direct your path. And you won't be so troubled about things that are out of your control. You don't have the power to straighten out some things. And you need to figure that out. You need to do what you can do with that is within your control. If it's out of your control, it's at a higher being. You don't have to trust, you don't have to believe, you don't have to do none of that. We have choices in life. The choice you make is your own. Pray without ceasing. Prayer changes things. If you never tried it, you don't know. If you're a half-ass Christian or if you're a half-ass godly person, you still don't know. Because it's not going to work in your favor. Because you're not putting all your trust in him. You're still trying to manipulate the situation yourself. And you're not going to be able to do it. No way. Been there. Done that. We have to think before we do. Exactly. And that's with anything, Ray. Anything you do and say, you have to think. How is this going to affect me and how is this going to affect others? Some people simply don't care. They're so malice. They're so discontent with their own life. They're so full of hatred. They're so full of evil. They can't get past it. They don't know how. They don't know how to drop down there on their knees. They don't know how to repent. Wishing dead upon people. Talking about children. Talking about the elderly. Just talking about people in general. That gets old with me. I mean, real old. Why am I going to come and look at you every day? Why am I going to talk to you out in the real world every day when I already know what your conversation is about? It ain't going to be about nothing that's going to benefit me. I cannot do it. I don't care who you are. I'll stand alone. I'll go alone because I ain't going to never be alone knowing him. So it matters not to me. Renee is saying thanks. Yes, I received it yesterday and it's pretty cool, but I told you it wasn't a rush. You did. You kept telling me that, but I also kept telling you, Tasha, I'm doing a lot of stuff right now. And I'm involved in a lot of things right now. So I have to get it out of my hands. Once I lost the tamarine, the Ravens bag, going from car to car, y'all got to remember I had 4 cars this summer. Putting my car in the shop and cleaning out one car and putting the stuff in the other car. And I had a garbage bag in there. And I know now, since it wasn't down at the battered women's shelter, they have gone through everything. I stopped down there the other day. I had to put it in the trash because I remember bringing the trash out the house. And I said, I'll drive over to the trash bin. And I remember putting that little seat in the trash room that belonged to little Gator. Because I didn't have room for it. I didn't have room for none of that little stuff that he had. And I put a bag in there. And that was the bag. So that is out of some city dump. Yep. Friend says, oh, may I have people, I have people been punished for what they have misused people. You've seen it. You will throughout life. And some people are so manipulative and so cunning. They'll fool you to death. And when you wake up and realize that you've been conned by the con artist, it's a sad thing then. And it's too late. Because the con artist is gone. They have moved around on you. They gone for another collection of people. It's not just out here in this physical world either. It's up in church. It is everywhere because you got to remember the same people on the street are up in the church house too. Hopefully by them coming up in there, it'll change their life for the better. But not necessarily. Some people stay in church all their life and never get it. Seen it. Heard it. Good morning, Miss Mary. How are you? Welcome, welcome. Hi, Vision. Good morning. I love listening to your lives. life experiences. Bless you. Thank you. I'm glad y'all are falling out those bushes and coming in. I appreciate that. And I hope you've hit the like button and the subscribe button. Yes, I am 57. Want a nice wife, someone who fear God. They're out there. At 57, you would think there would be more of them, Ray. But living in this day and time, people's minds get so confused with nonsense. They can't stay focused long enough to really see the effects and the blessings of being a godly wife. That's the problem I see. But you, if it's for you, talk to him. He'll send her. So much going on in the world right now. It's just don't make sense. But God. I agree, Kelly. That's the whole conversation this morning. And that's why I called it ghosting. Because you have got to realize that. And you have got to walk away. I was thinking the other night, when I was younger, I always used to wonder, why do old people don't want to leave their homes? Why, if a child has a better home for them to go to, and that's their child, and they know that that child is going to make sure they have everything they need, they still don't want to leave home because they don't want the problems. They don't have, I'm old. I don't have problems that may occur in my child's home or in my family's home. I don't have to deal with that. I don't have to deal with mine. So that's why older people want to stay to themselves. They don't want to be bothered with a lot of stuff that ain't none of their business. They don't care about that. They sit up and they daydream about past life, life now, and the life thereafter. They reflect on their life. They have a lot of wisdom. They have a lot of knowledge. Doesn't matter whether they're educated or not. That doesn't make wisdom. Living life, going through life, that's when wisdom comes in. Renee is saying, yes, he will. Tasha, preach. I done told y'all teach. Tasha would say, preach. Y'all think he called me? Nah. Mm-mm. Teach? Yeah. Preach? Nah. Good morning, Miss Cheryl P. Mashed potatoes. I like that. You're so wise. Thank you. I appreciate that. Been through a lot in life, and I don't mind sharing it. The good, the bad, and the indifferent. And that's why I don't really care about what anybody else thinks or says at this point in my life, because you haven't lived my life. You don't know nothing about me. You only know what you see and what I bring out here to you every day. And the longer I stay on here, you'll see more and more. You'll like it or you won't like it. But to be old and foolish, that I don't want to be. I do not. That's an old foolish woman over there. Believe that old fool over there. No, Bible talks about a fool. Look in the back of the Bible and look up fool and see what the Bible tells you about being a fool, period. It didn't even say old. It just said being a fool. Who wants to be a fool? Not me. People go to church for different reasons. Sad to say, sometimes our Heavenly Father is not the reason. And that's true. That's very true. Some people go just to show off their clothes. Some people go to ride up in their brand new car. Some people go because it's a friendship, it's a fellowship with people that are like-minded like them. They go to church for all reasons. But if you're going in there for the wrong reasons, you're really just wasting time again, because there's nothing in there for you. Put God first. If you go in there, put him first every day. Try to walk in a godly manner. You're not going to always do it, because we're not perfect people. We don't know everything. Sometimes we have to go through the trials and tribulations of life. But it's how you come through it. It's what you're doing when you're in that storm. Now, I could sit up and I could take out all my frustrations of just what I've gone through in the last couple of weeks on my chat. For what? It doesn't matter. You right. Some people go to sing in the choir. Some people go to usher on the usher board. Some people go to do cook in the kitchen. They have their own reasons for going there. But that's on them. I mean, you really don't have nothing to do with that. All I know is I don't want to sit on the side of nobody that ain't in there praising him. If they just sitting up there and they looking around at everybody and they're not even paying attention to the word, why did you come in there? You could have stayed at home. Explore with the Edwards. Good, blessed morning, everyone. Welcome to Chatting with Ms.V. Good morning to you as well. I'm thinking you probably are a content creator with that title. If you are, let me know. Um, don't allow someone to tell you about yourself. If you don't know you, how do they know you? If they ain't been around you, how can they tell you anything about you? And you don't always have to defend yourself. It depends on what it is. A lot of things have been said out here about me. I didn't come out here and defend myself. For what? Stay out here long enough, people will figure out who you are. And they'll know who's telling the truth and who's lying. Never tell nobody what chat to go into. Go wherever you want to go. You all are smart enough to figure out whether you need to be there or whether you don't need to be there. You ought to be able to go in there and know when to move out of there. If they talking something you don't want to hear or you don't want to know or it don't concern you, I backed out of a lot of chats. Not what I want to hear. I don't care about that. It's not doing anything for me in my life. Yes, I am not consistent but learning. Please subscribe. Okay, I appreciate that. So we have Explore with the Edwards in here this morning. I'm going to have to come over and check out your channel. I will do that. Okay? And I'm assuming you're a husband and wife team because I see a man and a woman on there. Okay. I like looking at couples channels also. Yeah, I'm a widow, so I don't have a husband to bring on here. So again, don't allow people to dictate to you who you are. You're not dictating who they are because you don't care. So a lot of times when people say things and do things and you know it's not fact and they not showing you facts, let it go. No, don't go back and forth because that's what they want. That's it. They miss you. Or they wouldn't be behind the scenes trying to gather up nonsense about you. Trust me, they losing sleep at night. Trust me, they up. Hey, Elaine, good morning. They up early in the morning. There are some people that want to dictate to you. They want to control you. If you're a weak-minded person, they can. How can you say you're a godly person, but you over there sitting, listening to people lie on people and tear up people? Some stuff don't make sense. And you ain't real. Wow, so you single host? Wow. Yes, I am. I'm a widow. Ray. And will be probably until the day I leave here. I'm at peace. I'm happy. Tried to start dating here a couple of weeks ago, and the first one, I was like, no way. You're not for me. Because he was not who he portrayed himself to be. And that's another thing you have to look at people. People will come at you with their imposter. You got to get down to who they really, really are. He wasn't around but a few days. And I'm like, no, you're not for me, sugar. You got to move on. There's somebody out there for you, but it ain't me. Hey, Paul. Greetings from Greece. Welcome to Chatting with Ms.V. Thank you for coming in this morning. Like, share, and subscribe, please. Thank you, Miss Jackie. Hold on, y'all. I've got the sniffles. My children, I work with special needs kids for those of you new who are coming in every day. And they were sneezing and snotting all over the bus last week. So hopefully I stayed in this weekend And I tried to work on me with old fashioned tonics, okay? Put a little whiskey in there, put a little, what was it, honey in there. Uh, I put a little lemon juice in there, a little cinnamon in there, and I drank it. Because I had started feeling bad Friday night. And I said, I can't come down with no summer cold. And I was wearing my mask, but obviously it's airborne. Everything out there that you can catch is airborne. So when you take it off, you don't know who just walked through. No, host, you want a nice husband like Ray. I'm a God-fearing man. Nah, Ray. Uh-uh. Uh-uh. Nah, I'm content right now with where I am. I really am. And like I said in other lives, if there's somebody that I could go to the movie with, if I could really be a friend to that person, that would be okay for me. But a husband, nah. Mm-mm. I don't want to take on the burdens and responsibilities at this age of another person. I've been there all my life. I don't care to do that. We're not in this sector used to watch some of the other folks in this sector and stumble upon you a while back. Love your channel. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, so y'all remember to go over and check out Explore with the Edwards. Okay, and I appreciate you coming over and letting me know that. It always makes you feel good as a content creator when you have new people that have been watching you, and a lot of people have been watching me from the bushes and are deciding to come into the chat now and letting you know how they feel one way or the other. It doesn't matter to me if it's too bad and it's something that's really off brand. My moderator's going to take them out and I'm never going to see it. And they don't get that either. Because it's just people that are being hateful. You don't know them. They don't know me. But that's the way of the world now. 74 and I am and will be single. I'm with you, friend. You know, if you already got your life set up like you want it, it's going to be hard to let somebody else into your world and be in there every day, all day long. So by being a widower, I've lost a husband. At this age, life expectancy is not what it used to be. I don't want to go through that again either. I may go before him. But there's a lot of health issues that go along with it too. I don't want to sound selfish, but I've never been ever wanted to be a nurse, ever in life. So I've been there with taking care of people. My mother, my father, my brother. When I came out here, I had just taken care of my brother who passed away. My husband. I just don't care to spend the rest of my life like that for companionship. I have enough friends in my life. I'm good going solo on my own without people. I don't have a problem with that. Um, I still have Sissy and her kids, and they're around me and my friends here. And I meet people all the time. So, now, I guess I'm getting into that old folks stage where I just like being at peace in my house and getting up, going where I want to go and do what I want to do. Suplex Mess, have a blissful day, lady, and you too. Y'all hit the like button before you leave out, please. Ray, leave my auntie alone. She's not accepting applications. Nah, I'm not. Mm-mm. This person, the last person, I knew him from my hometown, and he had been trying to make his play for almost 9 months. I needed his help with moving stuff, so I asked him if it would be okay if he'd come over, and I was willing to pay him. But he wanted it to go in a different direction. And I saw that right off the bat, and I'm like, no, you don't even know me like that. And I'm not trying to get to know any more than what I already know. So you got to go on. And that way we can stay friends. Good morning, Miriam. Welcome to Chatting with Ms.V. Host, please, I really want you to be my friend. You're looking to be a nice woman. What? One, believe in God. And I do. I'm almost half dressed to go to church now. All I got to do is put my clothes on, my shoes, and step out of here. But no, Ray. I mean, I'm just not interested in, um, especially a long distance relationship. And most probably, you don't live where I live. I'm not doing that. I get on the plane when I want to. I'm not getting on the plane to go see no body at this point in my life. Nor am I interested in you coming here. Uh-uh. I'm just not. That's the way it is. I feel I'm going on 70 in January and I don't have time. You don't want to. Renee, I feel you. I understand where you are. You with it also? Yeah, it's different. A divorce and becoming a widow. I've been both. They're different. When a divorce is like he's still alive. Um, you're not grieving. If you divorce, you're probably glad about it and you ready to just move on with somebody else. But once they're actually gone away from here, off earth, it's a whole different program. You have to go through it. This has been a long time for me to just be by myself. But I've come to grips with I like being by myself. For the first time in my life, I've been by myself. And that little experience a couple of weeks ago, it let me know, uh-uh. Yeah, I don't need nobody else's problems. I got my own and I can take care of me. T, please, I am a God. Okay, but stop begging because I said no. And with me, Ray, no means no. Okay? It's just that simple. It's a world of women out there. You will find him. God didn't send me to you. You're bringing yourself to me. That's a difference now. If you want a God-fearing woman, then I said you need to ask him for one. Because he didn't tell me, oh, Ray is the one. I don't even see a picture of you. I see an aura. You could be anything and anybody. And I'm just going to fall for the okie doke. That's not my style. I'm not thirsty at all. Good morning, Tina. Renee say nope and laughing. I don't need a host. I come solo, Ray. I think I've seen you in another chat too over another content creator's page. And you were telling her basically the same thing you telling me. Mm-hmm. I'm a comment reader. Told you that. You were married once, Renee? Okay. Me too. Don't like my space crowded. Give me my elbow room. You know, I think when I first came out here, my niece had either just moved in or she moved in shortly after I came out here. She was 25 at the time, but not a very mature 25. I am so proud of her now because she has her own place. We were together last Sunday. And now that she's having to pay her own bills and take care of her, and Tasha has cut her loose, she's a whole different person now. And that's what she needed. And that's what I told her when I asked her to go ahead on and move. She needed to be on her own at that age. I kept looking at my life, and at 25, I was on my own in my own home with my own husband. So why aren't you? She wasn't ready, but she was made to get ready because they put so much pressure on her in the home until she didn't want to be there anymore. And she's doing fine. She didn't have that confidence she needed in herself. Renee say, game it is. Yeah, you can pretty much tell game. Yep. And when people just continue to harass you, it's a turnoff for me. It really is. Live your life. My life ain't your life. I can tell that right off the bat because you're too persistent. I'm not changing my mind because you want me to. I appreciate y'all timing him out because it was really getting to be a little annoying. Uh-huh. Love your life. Once you get to love yourself, you won't need a God-fearing woman or a God-fearing man. If he comes along, he'll come along. If he don't, he don't. Be okay with you. What you're telling me, Ray, is that you're not okay with you. You got to have somebody in your life. You got to find yourself first. Then you will approach women differently. Don't be judgmental either with people. You know what their problem is, but I don't have to come out here and judge anybody about anything. I don't know them. I only know what they coming out here saying. But I can just about figure out your personality and who you are. Thank you, Miss Jackie. Hey, yo, how you doing? By what you saying and what you doing. I can tell about your life, how good your life really is, no matter what you say. I can tell. Because you're going to come out here and you're going to be happy. You ain't coming out here and you ain't asking nobody for nothing. You're going to come out here and you're going to show the world how you living, where you going, what you doing. You ain't got to talk about nobody. You don't care if they talking about you. They miss you. If they coming for you and you don't even know nothing about them, ain't listening, ain't heard, don't care, they miss you. Or they wouldn't be saying nothing about you. People will let you know. It's just timing. Don't get impatient. Timing is everything in life. Get some structure to your life. And get your priorities in check. Renee say, poor Ray, he'll be all right. He will. He'll find happiness. He'll find peace. He'll find love. But he's got to find somebody like him. Yeah. It's a lot of evilness in the world. It's coming into the chat this morning. When you're trying to walk a different walk from people who are not on your walk, they're going to come in with the stuff. And a lot of messages are being held by YouTube this morning. My moderators are not even having to take them out. You woke up on a Sunday morning to come into a chat that you don't know the person, but to spew evil and hate. You got a problem. Get some structure in your life and go find you. Ray got on my nerves also. Yeah, people don't understand. That's why you have moderators. Because you don't want that. You don't even want to read that. It takes you off topic. We're not talking about a love affair. We're talking about ghosting people and knowing when to fold, when to go, when to move around. Not to lash back out at people just because they came at you. That doesn't make you any better than them. If the person who said it had never said it in the beginning, it never would have been a problem. A lot of things I feel, but I'm not going to say it. For what? All they're going to do is come back and deny and come back for you. They're going to do that anyway. So why put that pressure on you? When if they come back and you ain't bothered them, you can ignore them. They're not going to be able to tell you nothing they did or you did to them. Nothing. But they'll keep hate and evil going on about you. They'll use other people to do it. That's who they are. Life is messed up. from the flow up. And they blame you because yours is not. Miss V, your hair is beautiful. I love the braids. Thank you, Elaine. I appreciate that. I got a lot of compliments on them. Now that the hair is growing out, I can do more with it. So it's pretty cool. Yep. So it's just up in a ponytail, the whole back of the hair. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah. And I told her to do it where I could twist it around, and put it in a bun, or either just lift the ponytail up and make a style out of it. Yeah. So she did just that. In an hour and a half, she was done. We've come a long ways. We started braiding in May with that much hair. And we got shoulders length hair now. Thank you. I appreciate that. Because, when I first came out here, people was talking about my hair and her braiding and why she braided it like that, and they didn't like it. It's not your head to like. Mm-mm. And the ones that were talking, they had other issues they needed to talk about themselves, things they needed to correct about themselves. But that's the nature of people. When they get into their feelings and they really want you in your life, but you don't want to be there because of who they are. Thank you, Renee. I appreciate that. They'll do that. But you got to be smarter than the average bird. You got to sit down and think, why? They're jealous and have insecurities about themselves. You nailed it. Elaine, you nailed it. That's it. Mm-hmm. And they'll never admit to that jealousy, but they'll tell you they're jealous in what they're saying about you. It wouldn't be of a concern. They would have no reason to bring it out. They wouldn't have no reason to say anything. You ain't on that platform. You ain't talking about them, but they talking about you. You don't think they want to be with you? Hell to the yeah. They do. They do. Mm-hmm. You are a nightmare to them because they thought they had you right where they wanted you. Okay, Sergio is in here saying what to do if the partner can't or don't want sex after. You can talk about it, but she or he don't want it at all. You gotta respect their wishes, Sergio. And if that's what you want and that ain't what they want, then you gotta find somebody that's more compatible with you. Ain't nothing you can do. They gotta change their mind. They gotta want what you want. You can't make nobody do anything, and you can't make nothing happen. Keep it moving. It's a world of people out there. Don't get so caught up in the one person where your life is just towed up. You can't even exist anymore because your whole mind is just thinking about them. Mm-mm. Nah, I say move on. Or you can stay there. You got choices. You pick one. Me, I would be gone. Find somebody more compatible with me. When there's a disruption in your life, when you don't see eye to eye with a person, or they don't see eye to eye with you, if that person can't come to you face to face and communicate what the problem is that they have with you, it's not your problem. It's their problem. If they got to go tell somebody else and the problem is with you, they're not grown, they're not mature, they're not adults. They may be the age of an adult, but they're not handling their business. Because the problem ain't with the other person, the problem is supposed to be with you. So if they can't do that, why would you want them in your life if you've already ghosted them and left there? Don't let them back in there. It's going to be worse the second time around because you are now defeated. They have defeated you. They have you now back where they want you in their life. You were serving a purpose there. hmm And they miss you because you were doing more for them than they were doing for you. Yeah. And they don't know how to get you back by just coming and just straight out just saying, look, I got in my feelings. I let my emotions overrule. I it's me, it ain't you. You did nothing to me. They'll find any reason. And that's never going to pull a person back into your life. When you've dogged them out, that got to be a pitiful person to not say, girl, I don't need you. Boy, I don't need you. Bye. They can't stand on their own 2 feet if they can't do that. They cannot stand solo. They have to have each other to pump each other up. It's a group of madness. That's what it is. I don't care to be involved in that kind of stuff. Come correct, come straight, come to me. And we might be able to work it out. Maybe. I'm not promising anything. It's all in how you come. I have to go and get ready myself, Ms.V. Everyone enjoy your Sunday. I'm coming up on my hour, Kelly. You enjoy your Sunday as well. And everybody who has to leave to go in the chat this morning. I'm glad to see y'all are getting out and going to serve the Lord, praise the Lord this morning. I have about 4 more minutes. Well, actually 3.5. Don't bother people who are not bothering you. That's going to become a problem. When you try to reverse the role and go back to being a good person or a better person, they're never going to forget what you did. They might forgive you, but they ain't going to forget. And they're going to have a barrier around them when it comes to you. So don't say stuff about people that you know is a lie and it ain't the truth, just making up stuff just to be making it up. Because they don't want to be bothered with you no more. You're a facade. You're a fake. You're a phony. And who wants that in their life? You can't be trusted. No. Let go and let God. He will make your enemy your footstool. You'll be able to walk around him, walk through him, walk over him, and you can keep on smiling. It's going to hurt. It's going to hurt them, not you. They tried to put you through a storm that it wasn't even necessary. But that's who they are. Love in spite of. Keep your distance from toxic people. I always pray for my chat when I go to church that God sends people through here that are believers, not haters, not infiltrators, because you'll have it all out here on social media. You'll have people out here on social media pretenders. That's what they are. And it doesn't take very long for the truth to come out. They're never going to call you and tell you who they really are. They'll pretend to be. And somebody else will come out and tell you who they are. Because those people are just alike. Yeah. I don't need pretenders in my life. I don't need nobody who wants to take me down and bring me down in my life, period. Under no circumstances. Never worry about what people say who don't know you. Because it's just that. It's hate. It's like Elaine said, it's jealousy. It ain't nothing you can do about it. That's something they got to learn to control, to find peace and happiness in their life. So take control of your life. Ms.V, I'm so glad I didn't give up on finding the link to get a membership. So you found it, Elaine. Okay. Because I thought it was dropped in the chat by Chef Mac. But I appreciate it, Elaine. I always do. You've always supported this channel over here, and you've always caught the replays, and I really appreciate you and others who do the same. Um, be an individual. You came here as a single if you weren't a twin. So be just that. You link up with people for the wrong reasons a lot of times. And then that will backfire on you. Be true to yourself. Be honest with yourself. Be happy within you. Happiness comes from within. Take it from there and don't be a part of anything that you truly know is not right for you. All right, I'm on my hour, y'all. I got to go get dressed. I'll see you people next time. Peace and love and happiness to you. Like, share, and subscribe for me. And I'll talk to y'all later. Have a happy Sunday.